Hi everybody, it's Kelly from Let's Get Clacking, and in today's video we're going to go over something slightly different. Just like the previous video where I went over how to work out prices, this is also going to be aimed at more of a business development type video. What I want to discuss today is packaging. Now, packaging is obviously something that I touched on very briefly in the price video, which I will link up in the info cards, but it's something that I feel is very important to many small businesses, especially if you don't have a crazy amount of orders going out, or even if you do, it's still something that's very important. How you package your orders leaves a huge impact on your client. If your client receives your order and it's just things in a box, you're pretty much just one of the masses. If you really want to stand out as a small business, there are a few things that you can do that will propel your business into people's memories, and they will always remember, oh, remember that one time I got this package from that little business? What was their name again? Oh yes, it was this business. And it was packaged so beautifully. It had these little stickers, it had a thank you, it had a little card. And those kinds of things are things that keep people coming back to you because they've received a great product from you. It's lasted very long, it's high quality, it was packaged beautifully, and people really enjoy those personal touches. When we buy things from Takealot, as an example, you just get it in a plastic bag and that's it. You just get what you ordered. And people don't always remember that. Maybe they remember the fact that their order was delivered within a day or two. That's something else. But when it comes to packaging, there are a few things you can do that'll cost you almost nothing and it'll really have a big impact on your business. So I think it's a win-win in my opinion. Well, let's get clacking. So these are the things that I use when I'm packaging. I have my box that I put my parcels in. For the smaller orders, this is what I use. Then I have plastic packets, but now these are sun recyclable packets. So I like to put everything, especially these kinds of things, like as an example, these are the powders that I've sold in my shop prior to shifting over to YouTube. And obviously if one of these opens in transit and gets all over the stuff that the client has ordered, that's not a very good thing. So I like to put these in packets so that if they do open, which I've literally dropped them on the floor from about a 2-meter height and they haven't opened. I'm almost 100% confident they won't open, but never know. So I'd rather just put them in a little bag to keep them safe. And again, like I said, I like to make the bag recyclable, because it's better on the planet. Those ones will go separate. This is one of the molds that I made, and this is also a recyclable bag. It's just a smaller one. I just ran out of these, so I had to use the larger ones. But obviously I wasn't going to buy more because I'm not focusing on my shop. I'm going to be focusing on my YouTube channel. And then what I also like to have is stickers. So now these are obviously my logo stickers, and I just printed these out now again because I seems to have lost the whole packet of other stickers that I have. It just vanished. I have no idea where it went. I've looked, I would say everywhere, but obviously everywhere except for one place, and that's clearly where it is. Anyway, I'm trying to run my ink dry, so it was a good excuse to kind of try and run the ink out. I have these to kind of, like, as an example, what I'll do is I will put these on, I'm going to cut these too deep. So I will put these on the box. I had bigger ones, so a nice big logo. I even had them printed out on gold foil sticker paper, so I'd put that one on the top. And then when it comes to wrapping the box or wrapping the items, I would actually use that instead of sellotape on some of the locations. Like on the top, I would use the Let's Get Clacking sticker, and then on the sides, I would use a sellotape, but I'll show you that now because this is an actual order that I'm packing now. Then the last thing that I use is tissue paper. Now this tissue paper I actually bought in bulk from Mary Pack. As you can see, I have tons of it. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. Maybe at some stage I'll do Let's Get Clacking merch, and then I can use some of this. But this was about 165 Rand from Mary Pack. There's 100 sheets in here, and they are 750 by 500, and it's a 28 GSM sheet. So it's very thin, but it's exactly what you need just to get that extra touch out. And obviously the sheets are huge, so what I end up doing is I actually end up cutting it in half or in quarters for smaller orders like this one. One of these sheets will cost you, 1 Rand 65, and then obviously I'm going to cut it in half, so then that's 82.5 cents, and then if you cut it in quarters, then again it's about 40 cents. That's what I mean by the cost is so minimal, but it really brings an extra oomph to your business. Obviously I went for the color ones. I know that they have white ones that are much cheaper. I think it's about 82 Rand for a pack. So if you wanted to, you know, reduce your costing even further, you could do that. Then there's also other patterned paper, which is obviously, you know, a step up, much more expensive. So you're probably looking at doubling that cost. But again, because if you're shipping out a lot of things and you want to add that extra touch to your business, if it costs you 65 Rand to ship out your order to your client, then charge them 70 Rand, and then that 5 Rand will cover the time that it takes you, not necessarily the time that it'll take you, but it'll cover all of the materials, the box. I mean, granted, the box is a couple of Rand, so that's, you know, maybe not the best example. I try and use a lot of leftover boxes. Like when I get couriered something, then obviously I get it in a box, and I try and use that box to, you know, recoup some, not necessarily recoup costs, but just to recycle. Anyway, enough babbling, let's get on with it. So I'm going to take out one of the sheets. Okay, so the sheet's out. Now, like I said, I like to do it in half for these small orders. For larger orders like t-shirts and things like that, you wouldn't need to necessarily cut it in half. And then I like to have the shiny side on the outside, so I just flip this over and use this side for the order. Okay, so this is quite a small order, so I'm probably just going to cut this in half again. And I've got another couple of small orders to fulfill, so I'm going to be making 4. What you can also do if you don't want to go the scissors route is you can also use like a ruler. I find this tends to be a lot quicker, but it can be a little bit messy. It works really nice with these metal rulers just because they've got quite sharp edges. So now we have 4 sheets that we can pack small orders with, especially, like I said, if you're making small items, then that's 40 cents worth of a page, and it, you know, really means the world to your customer. And these labels as well, I mean, I've got tons of labels on this page, and this is an A5 page. So if you ship out many orders and you could print it A4, you can resize them, and obviously we've done it with print and cut, so you get your own personalized labels and you can just print more with the drop of a hat. It's a complete win-win. Now it comes time to wrapping our parcel. I always start with the bigger items, using as a guideline, because obviously we have to fit this in this box, and I know that they do fit like that, only just. We have to think about how this is all going to fit in the box. So if we put that like that, what we could do is have the other 2 items sitting at the bottom, like that as an example. You can even do a trial run to see how this fits. So you can put that in there like that. That, and see if it kind of fits. Okay, so we can wrap it like that. If you have an ugly seam like this one, you can just fold it over so that it looks pretty. Then we take one of our stickers. Close it up. And we wrap it just like a normal Christmas present. With oddly shaped parcels and boxes like this, here's where you can kind of play around with it a little bit. So what you can do is pop it in the box and try and see how to position the item before you close it. The way that I have it set up now is perfect. Then we can just finish wrapping. And there we have our oddly wrapped gift. So you can pop it into the box. I normally put if there are parts that are overlapping, I put it on the outside. It's a little bit easier to get away with. And obviously there's a lot of negative space now in this as well. So what I generally do when it comes to receiving packages from other people or other shops, like I said, I keep the boxes, I keep the packaging. So I actually keep the bubble wrap that I've received from other packages that I've ordered, and I use that to kind of fill up the negative space so that the item doesn't like splash around in the box. So that's pretty much how I do it. And if you wanted to, you could even put a little bit of sticky tape on this to keep it closed. and then I'll put it into the courier bag and send it off to the client. So it's quite easy to just put a little bit of extra effort into your packaging, and hopefully people will then appreciate it when they receive it. Because I'm pretty sure that if you had to receive something like this, a sturdy box with a pretty picture on it, and then, you know, wrapped up in a nice tissue paper, you would appreciate it as well. Thank you so much, guys, for watching my video. If you really want to help me grow and bring you more videos in the future, please give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment below letting me know what you thought, and if you apply these kinds of principles to your business as well, and what other personal touches do you add to your items. You can subscribe to my channel on this side. On this side, YouTube will show you my latest video, and just below that, something that they think that you'll enjoy. Well, until next time, everybody, be kind to someone. Bye!